been a while since you've seen your mom, and I don't mean like a couple of months. I mean literally like a year or more since you've seen your mom. Maybe mom lives in Dallas and you live here. Maybe mom lives in Tallahassee and you live here. And it's been a while because you've been busy and you can't afford it or whatever. We want to fly mama up for Mother's Day, and I'll tell you all about that coming up in a minute. Stay here on KDWB.
101.3 KDWB and two men in a junk truck want to help you win $1,000. Listen weekdays for your chance to win a grand. Winner.
Oh my God.
After winner.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Dream come true.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
After winner. Pay your bills on 101.3 KDWB.
Two Men in a Junk Truck expects to exceed your expectations, leaving you with less stress, at the same time bringing you more space, more room, and more peace of mind. Head to twomeninAjunkTruck.com today to schedule your junk removal service.
From the It's Just Lunch Weather Center.
It's Weather Girl Jenny. Today it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 74, and then tomorrow rain once again with a high of 70.
Hey, it's Fallon with a Party City Mother's Day revelation. Moms fib about liking last-minute mother's gifts, but Party City helps you choose gifts she'll love for real with personalized balloon bouquets for every budget. P.S. They deliver.
Enjoy Pilates class from the new Y that just opened at your cabin up north. Take a nutrition class at the new Y located in a dive bar during a meat raffle. Here comes the meat. Join a meditation class from the new Y in your cozy spare guest room. Or dance cardio at the Y in your parents' woodworking/jazz studio basement. With Virtual Y, the YMCA is wherever you are. Get free access to over 5,000 on-demand classes with your YMCA membership. Join at ymcanorth.org.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Music's biggest names have curated playlists just for you on the free iHeart app. Music hand-selected by artists like Taylor Swift, Baby, now we got Post Malone, Teddy Swims, and more. Just open the app, search Curated By, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Not all memory care facilities are the same. At the Wellshire, your loved one will live with pride and dignity. Wellshire features a full-time staff that doesn't rely on temporary help. That allows the caregivers to really know the residents. Nursing staff on-site 24 hours a day, daily activities 7 days a week, and a kitchen that prepares excellent food. If you're in search of a memory care facility for your family member, visit the Wellshire's open house in Medina on May 22nd from 1 until 6. Visit WellshireMN.com. That's WellshireMN.com.
My name is Carlos Salas. Before enrolling in Rasmussen University, I was a salesperson for 22 years. If you are like me with a lot of previous experience in a different field, what I can tell you is that it can be done. I have 0 nursing experience prior to this, and here we are, 4 months from graduating.
Rasmussen University, nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Derek Jeter as the pinch hitter for your baseball team.
Jeter, you're in. We need a home run.
I'll give it a try. I've swung a bat once or twice.
That's out of here.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Looking to step up your Mother's Day flowers? The Home Depot has an idea. Let Mom's Green Thumb do some digging with colorful flowers, pots, and premium soils to bring out the most in her patios, walkways, and gardens. Right now, get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 for strong, healthy, vibrant plants, indoors and outside. Shop our wide selection online and pick up your order in-store and give Mom the gift of a beautiful garden. Get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
Hey, it's Fallon. Every 30 minutes, a mom's world turns upside down as she learns her child has cancer. That's why giving to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital isn't just about saving lives. It's about honoring moms like Nicole, fighting for their kids every step of the way. Let me tell you about her daughter, Natalie. Natalie always seemed a bit quiet to her mom, but when Natalie got sick, they discovered it was cancer. So they headed to St. Jude in Memphis for 18 months of treatment. At first, Nicole figured Natalie wouldn't remember much of it, being so young and all, but being at St. Jude changed everything for Nicole. She wants Natalie to hold on to the good memories, the amazing people they've met, and the strength they've found here. Mother's Day. Honor everything that makes mom special while paying it forward to families facing childhood cancer. Become a partner in hope by texting SHIRT to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude. When you do, you'll snag one of those cool This Shirt Saves Lives tees. So let's stand together against childhood cancer. That's SHIRT to 785-833.
What's up, y'all? Walker Hayes here, and I'm partnering with JCPenney on a cool new collection for guys. Introducing Walker Hayes for JCPenney. Upbeat clothes with down-home vibes. Nothing too fancy. Great for living the jeans and t-shirt life. For keeping it simple and classics guys like me wear every day. Laid-back styles for the ultimate family man. It's only around for a limited time, so check it out starting May 4th at jcp.com and in stores May 16th, just in time for Father's Day. JCPenney, make it count.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but new Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with new Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Ridgefield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
I realized that I had depression when everything was going great for me, professionally, creatively, in my relationship, but I was on the cusp of tears with even the simplest of tasks. It wasn't an event that made me sad. It was just being. Then I found out that over 350 million people around the world are affected by depression. It's time we talk about mental health. Go to iHeartRadio.com/talk for tips on how to start the conversation. This has been brought to you by NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and iHeartMedia.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
Good morning. We've got trouble on 35W. It's blocked northbound at 90th Street with an accident. Traffic is solid from 98th Street. We have delays on the Lafayette Freeway northbound from Plato to 94 and 94 heavy with construction westbound from Carmichael to Highway 95. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Spring deals from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get $40 off an AC or furnace tune-up. Or you can double your savings and get $80 off when you do them at the same time. Call Standard at 612-824-2656.
Get your 10,000 steps in on The Dave Ryan Show on the iHeart app on 101.3 KDWB.
Hey, good morning. It's Monday. It's KDWB, Dave, Jenny Vaught, and we want to bring your mom into town. If you haven't seen your mom in a while, let's say your mom lives in, I don't know, Sacramento, and you haven't seen her in a while, like a year or so, I want to fly her into town. Here's my plan. Thursday night, we fly mom into town.
Okay.
I'll pick her up, or we'll have her Uber over to the hotel over here, the Country Inn and Suite. She'll spend the night there.
Okay.
Then you will come to the studio on Friday. Your mom will come to the studio on Friday. We'll put blindfolds on both of you. Then you get to take your blindfolds off and reunite with your mom here on the radio, on the webcams, because right now we're on webcams on Facebook, The Dave Ryan in the Morning Show, live video. and also on YouTube, KWB 1013. So you can watch us. You can watch the reunion. And then that weekend, you're on your own. You go take her to the Arboretum. You take her out to Chili's or you take her out to Red Lobster, whatever. Then on probably Monday, we'll fly her back home.
That's so cool.
I'm paying for everything because the station has no budget. Well, the station has no budget.
Ooh.
So how much do you think a flight's going to be in from Tallahassee?
Well,
like maybe $500, $600 round trip?
You flying them first class or?
Hell no.
They get in that basic economy?
No.
They get a seat on the wing.
Get a seat on the wing. So if you want to do this, number one, it's got to be something where you haven't seen your mom in a long time.
Yeah.
So we're looking for probably at least a year. And you want to see her. And if mom is, listen, if you're 24 years old, your mom is probably in her 40s, maybe 50, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. She's absolutely sharp enough to Uber and go whatever and travel independently. If your mom is a little bit older, it might not work as well.
Yeah.
So, it's something for you to decide. How do you enter this contest?
You're going to email us just to our morning show email. It's ryanshow@kdwb.com. And we are requiring a little bit of information from you. Of course, we want to just know who your mom is. If you could send a picture of you and your mom, that would be fantastic. We'll need to know the city and state that they live in because we got to figure out where we're flying them in from. And then how long it's been since you've seen her.
Yeah.
So photo of mom, the city and state she lives in, and then how long it's been since you've seen her. You're going to email that into ryanshow@kdwb.com.
And it's a quick turnaround on this one. We'll probably pick a winner by like tomorrow afternoon. So very quick turnaround. It is National Teachers Week on everywhere. And we actually have a teacher on the phone right now. Ms. Kotek, do we call you Ms. Kotek? Mrs. Kotek, what do we call you?
Miss Kotek.
Miss Kotek, you've been on the show before, haven't you?
Yeah, I was back in September when school had just started. It was really awesome.
Okay, yes. And where do you teach and what do you teach again, Ms. Kotek?
I teach at Faribault Middle School in Faribault, Minnesota. And right now I teach 7th grade pre-algebra and 8th grade algebra 1, as well as an elective course, which is called AVID. But next year I'm going to 6th grade math. So that's pretty exciting as well.
Okay. You know what? That's a really interesting age of students. I've always said something happens when a kid goes into 7th grade. They're happy, smiley, joyful, and full of hugs and love. Something happens to them hormonally in 7th grade.
Oh, yes.
Am I right, Ms. Kotek?
Oh, yeah. They're very small humans with big emotions, and then they just keep growing. Middle school is a lot of fun.
Middle school is, quote, a lot of fun, unquote. I noticed Carson and Allison, they both, when they went into 7th grade, they're happy and smiley, and they didn't care what they dressed like. At the end of it, they cared about their appearance. They were cranky and moody, and everything I said was stupid by the end of 7th grade. Give it up for teachers. I love teachers. Thanks for doing what you do.
Love them.
So, Ms. Kotek, you're going to give us an algebraic sort of a word-ish problem, and we're going to see whether the morning show and you listening can do this math problem. Are you ready with your question?
I am. So this is a pre-algebra problem. So it's something you would have learned a skill back in 6th grade, but it's applied in 7th. So I'm hoping it's a little easier than last time.
Okay.
But it's from our unit we just finished up, which is Unit 6, percents. And this is a real problem. So my students always ask, when will I ever use this? And this is a problem from when I bought my Miss Minnesota dress a couple weeks ago. So are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Miss Kotek found her Miss Minnesota dress, and of course, she got a deal. The original price of the dress was $3,800. However, she purchased this dress on sale for 50% off. But the dress was purchased in Georgia, which has 7% sales tax added to the sale price. After the discount and tax, she also had to pay $15 flat for shipping. How much in total did Miss Kotek spend on her Miss Minnesota dress?
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Okay. Let's
Add
not.
the dress price, tax, and shipping.
Okay, so you got the $3,800 dress for 50% off.
Yes.
50% off, so half price.
7% sales tax.
7.5?
No, I just did 7 because
why did I put 7.5?
Decimals are hard.
Okay, 7%.
$15 shipping. Well, I can figure out the 50. Jenny, I'll tell you what. You do the rest. I'll do the $15
No,
shipping
we
tax.
all have to do it together, and then we give her an answer and see if any of us got it correct.
What about Miss?
I'm a big supporter of retail therapy, so this was pretty easy because I'm always getting the discounts. But
I love
It's a little tricky.
Let's not gloss over the Mrs. Did you actually win the Mrs. Minnesota thing, or is this part of the fictional story?
I'm competing. This is a true story, though. I went down to Georgia, and I found a dress I loved, and my coach was phenomenal, and she helped me get the dress half price. But I'm competing for Miss Minnesota in June here in just, like 6 weeks. It's insane.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
So
Congrats.
many questions. Wow, that is super cool. But that is, you're a teacher and you're competing, so you have to have a platform and a speech. You have to have a talent for Miss Minnesota?
Yeah, I dance for talent, and my platform is mental health advocacy.
I love that. Okay,
So I do a little of everything.
you're going to win. I mean, the people from
Fingers crossed. I was top 5 last year, so I'm hoping.
The people in Bemidji and Lakeville, they don't have a chance.
Not at all.
They don't have a chance. No, but you're a good sport, and notice how she's not commenting or laughing at that remark because she's classy.
Yes, she
The
is.
3 of us are not.
No.
Okay, so Miss
I love
Kotek,
it.
you stay there. We're going to do this math problem. We'll come back with an answer and see how we do coming up next. Miss Kotek, please hold. We'll be back 1 hour commercial free with the answer on Morning Show Does Math. It's National Nurses Day. We get a $100 Starbucks gift card and the wrong number game. We're going to call somebody and see if her boyfriend will flirt with somebody who is called a wrong number. It's coming up on KDWB. Commercial free 1 hour coming up next.
In honor of National Nurses Day, 101.3 KDWB and Rasmussen University want to highlight and reward our nurses throughout the Twin Cities with $100 in coffee. If you're a nurse, listen every hour today for your chance to win a $100 Starbucks gift card courtesy of Rasmussen University from 101.3 KDWB.
At Rasmussen University, they offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
From the It's Just Lunch Weather Center.
Starting the week off with an absolutely gorgeous day. Partly sunny with a high of 74. And then tomorrow the rain's coming back with a high of 70.
This report is sponsored by Visit Fort Myers.
There's a My Fort Myers story for everyone. Play on white sand beaches, explore parks and preserves, and get close to nature. Direct flights arrive daily from Minneapolis at Southwest Florida International Airport. Plan your trip at visitfortmyers.com.
There's certain things that are easier to do with somebody else, like carrying a couch up the stairs or playing pickleball or losing weight. If you got a support system like I did with Livia Weight Control Centers, it's going to be easier to lose the weight. Hey, it's Dave Ryan for Livia Weight Control Centers. Join Livia today and get your first 8 weeks for free. In those first weeks, by following Livia's nutrition plan and with the help of their expert team of registered dietitians and nutritionists, you can lose up to 20 pounds or more. And right now, you can also get a complimentary in-body scan. I've been working with Livia for years. I've loved the one-on-one support, and I've lost 20 pounds and kept it off. Join today. First 8 weeks for free. Go to livia.com, livea.com, or 855-GO-LIVIA. They also now offer GLP-1 medication starting at just $2.99 per month. Find out about the weight loss options and see accelerated results by summer. 855-GO-LIVIA.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
When something happens to your car, you might say, well, that's just great.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome. How nice for me. But what you really need to say is, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to help you file your claim.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
It's not too late for a deep spring cleaning on your home. Give my friends at Zero Res a call at 952-ZERO-RES. Schedule today 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129 and $75 off your air duct cleaning too. Mention KDWB, ZeroResMinnesota.com.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
My daughter Natalie was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma.
We thought we were losing our daughter, and then when we came to St. Jude, everything changed.
We just did the best treatment for Natalie.
It's the donors who have already taken on that burden on their backs and said, all right, we've got this.
Hope changes everything. It's what's kept us going.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by texting SHIRT to 785-833.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Not sure what to do after a car accident? Don't stall the call. Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline to get you going in the right direction. Real people, free referrals, anytime, day or night. And tell them Roz sent you.
Looking to step up your Mother's Day flowers? The Home Depot has an idea. Let Mom's Green Thumb do some digging with colorful flowers, pots, and premium soils to bring out the most in her patios, walkways, and gardens. Right now, get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 for strong, healthy, vibrant plants, indoors and outside. Shop our wide selection online and pick up your order in-store and give Mom the gift of a beautiful garden. Get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
Mother's Day is Sunday, May 12th. Visit Shane Company for a timeless gift that will remind Mom of your love. We have the largest selection of fine jewelry in every price range. From on-trend necklaces with colorful gemstones to classic diamond earrings, every piece is expertly crafted and backed by our free lifetime warranty. Stop by our store or go to shaneco.com and let us help you find the perfect gift for Mom. A Mother's Day surprise she'll never forget.
Shane Company. Fine jewelry since 1929.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
35W still blocked southbound at 90th with an accident. Traffic is solid from 98th Street, adding 20 minutes to your ride. 94 is heavy westbound from Carmichael to Highway 95 with construction. That adds 20 minutes as well. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
iHeartRadio just gave away a VIP experience to see the Eras Tour in Miami.
Thank you so much, iHeartRadio.
And a Taylor Swift signed guitar.
I'm going to Miami to see Taylor Swift, and it's my birthday. Oh my God, I forgot it's my birthday. Thanks, Mom.
What surprises are in store next? Keep listening to Tortured Poets Radio to hear the new album, as well as the very best of Taylor, commercial free. Search iHeart Taylor in the free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
He wants to be invited, but doesn't actually want to go. Dave on 101.3 KDWB.
Let's get back to it. 1 hour commercial free on KDWB. And we were doing Morning Show Does Math for National Teachers Week. We love teachers. We have a ton of people. It's weird that it's Nurses Day and Teachers Week. Two of the hardest partying, difficult professions there are.
Yeah. Most respected, though.
Well, we're absolutely respected. I'll tell you, we get nurses and teachers on Booty Cruise, and they're the reason we don't do Booty Cruise anymore.
Yeah.
Because you all can't control yourself. Ms. Kotek, you ever been on Booty Cruise before?
I have not. It sounds great, though.
It was great, but it was because of people like teachers and nurses, it got out of control.
We had to retire it.
One time the boat got hijacked. We ended up in Jacksonville. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We still got back in the morning to do the show, but yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was a teacher accompanied by a nurse that hijacked the boat.
I want to do Booty Cruise.
Is that a true story?
No. No. I mean, it would make a great site. There was some stuff, though, that we can't even talk about. There was teachers and nurses and just other people. I remember one time there was somebody who threw a chair at a bartender one time.
You had to break up a fight.
I broke up a fight one time, which I will never do again when two women are drunk and mad and fighting. Oh, I got the worst end of that one.
Oh, gosh.
I jumped in like, I'm the dad here. I'll boom, 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 boom.
World star.
All right, Ms. Kotek, a teacher from Faribault. It's Faribault Middle School. Am I right?
You got it.
Okay. And this is impressive because she is actually in the Miss Minnesota pageant. And when is the pageant? When is the contest finish up?
It is June 19th, 20th, and then finals are on the 21st at Treasure Island Resort and Casino here in Minnesota.
Wow.
Cool.
I've heard of that. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
All right.
It is. It's beautiful.
Let's do the word problem again and see whether the three of us on the show. Now, remember, we're DJs. If we were really good at math, we would be, I don't know, Uber drivers.
I do have to say, my dad is also a middle school math teacher. So, Ms. Kotek.
Are you serious?
My dad will be.
Real? Where at?
Back in Jersey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He does 7th and 8th grade math. So, he might be listening and he might be very disappointed if I get this wrong.
Very likely. All right, if you will, Ms. Kotek, repeat the problem.
Absolutely. So I chose this one because my students always ask, when will I ever use math? And this is a prime example of when Miss Kotek had to use math, budget a bit. So Miss Kotek found her Miss Minnesota dress, and of course, she got a deal. The original price of the dress was $3,800. However, she purchased this dress on sale for 50% off. The dress was purchased in Georgia, which has 7% sales tax added to the sale price. After the discount and tax, Ms. Kotek also had to pay $15 flat for shipping. How much in total did Ms. Kotek spend on her Miss Minnesota dress? And then the hint is add the dress price, tax, and shipping.
Okay. Who wants to embarrass themselves first?
I think that we all got this. I feel like it was pretty easy.
I believe in you guys. I feel like, especially just being like adults, we always have things on sale, so I feel like you guys got this.
I used to be the ace of percentages because I was taught a formula to figure out percentages, and I cannot remember it. I will go ahead and embarrass myself first. Don't tell me whether I'm right yet. My guess was $2,515. $2,515. Jenny, what was your guess?
$2,048.
My guess was also $2,048.
Dave, you're wrong.
Yeah, I know.
You got it right, but you unfortunately were just a little off.
Yeah, baby.
Work the formula for us, Ms. Kotek. How do you arrive at that number?
So for finding a percent, you actually set up a proportion. So two fractions that equal each other. On the left-hand side, you do the part on the top and then the whole on the bottom. And then on the right-hand side, you do the percent over 100. So for this one, you would have had X over 3,800 equals 50 over 100.
Got it.
And then you cross-multiply.
I just used a calculator.
All right, David. Listen to Miss Kotek.
I'm listening.
Wake up.
Dave was definitely that kid that got in trouble for falling asleep or just drawing on his desk, literally doing anything but the work he was supposed to be doing.
Pretty much was, yes. So
No, you can't win them all.
No, but you know what, Jenny? You obviously got it right. You knew the formula.
Yes, I did.
And Vaughn, you knew the formula also?
I knew how to type it in my calculator.
Did you use your calculator?
No.
Did you use a calculator?
You're allowed to use a calculator on this.
Dad.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to use a calculator. I would never.
You're allowed to use one if you want.
Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. So you two cheaters.
No, I didn't use a calculator.
You didn't use a calculator.
I know how to do percentages very well because I worked in the service industry, so I know how to do percentages.
Did you use a calculator? Be honest, Vaughn.
I used a calculator. That's not cheating.
Miss Kotek, I want to tell on the kid sitting next to me, Vaughn Leak, this kid right here with the glasses, he used a calculator. Just want to let you know.
Shoot. Do I have to fill out a behavior referral?
Hold on.
Are you allowed to use a calculator?
On this, I let my seventh graders because they're also seventh graders, so big numbers like 3,800 times 50. You get 190,000. Mental math isn't quite there yet.
Okay, gotcha. You know what's funny? Because I remember there's like a meme going around. I've seen that it's like back when you were in school, your teacher said, well, you better learn to do this because you're not going to have a calculator with you in your pocket all the time. Wrong. We've got a very powerful calculator. It's so wrong.
I always say use your resources.
Mm-hmm. It's not cheating. It's using your resources. That's what I say.
It's using your resources. Absolutely.
I'm glad I'm a DJ and not anything that has to do math.
You're a snitch is what you are.
Well, he was cheating. Miss Kotek, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck in the Miss Minnesota pageant. And thanks for being on KDWB.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much. It is Morning Show Does Math. How did you do? Did you come up? What was the answer? $2,048?
Yes.
So a lot of people texted the right answer in, and I ignored the text messages, and I tried to do it myself.
I'm proud of you that you didn't look at those because I saw it on text too.
Apparently it was pretty easy, but not for me. Let's do Dave's Dirt on 101.3 KDWB.
Well, first we're going to give away something for nurses.
We are. Okay, we're going to play a little game here for nurses for National Nurses Day.
Nurses Appreciation Week.
Okay, is it Nurses Appreciation Week?
Yes.
Okay. Because teachers and nurses, they've got at the same week. I'm going to give you 4 things. This is just like the game Connections. You have to tell me what these 4 things have in common. Are you ready?
Yes.
Baby, boy, brother, no.
Oh.
Baby, boy, brother, no. Any ideas in the studio?
I was good until you said no. I was going to say family, but then you said no. It threw me off.
Baby, boy, brother, and no.
You got me. I'm so stumped.
And this is only for nurses, right?
Only for nurses, yeah. If you're not a nurse, then you know what? You're welcome to play any other contest, but let's honor some nurses and get you a $100 Starbucks gift card if you can figure out what those 4 words, what they have in common. Baby, boy, brother, or no. Good luck.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
I should give you the phone number to call if you got the answer. It's 651-989-KDWB. Dirt Today is brought to you by Nicolay Law. This is Charlie Puth. He's teasing a new single after a shout out from Taylor Swift. And here is Charlie Puth.
My blood pressure elevates when I call you up for being fake. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm gonna shut up instead. I know who you really are, and your so-called friends, quotation marks. I don't wanna make a scene. She cut me off and that's when she said,
Okay, all right. I believe in Charlie Puth. I'm sure it'll be a big single. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is Kendrick Lamar. Drops one called Meet the Grams. Here's Kendrick Lamar.
But that's with you, cause I know that you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but wanna be like so bad that it's puzzling. No dominance. Let's recap moments when you didn't fit in. No secret handshakes with your friend. No culture cachet to binge. Just disrespecting your mother. Identities on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised.
Yeah, right. The Rock made a special video for students at a school for kids with disabilities after he heard that they were going to Moana as their school play this year.
Oh.
He even sang, "You're welcome" to them. We don't have audio of this? Oh, we got to find that. That would be kind of cool.
Find it, yeah.
Look for that. That'd be cool. Jenny, you're going to love this story.
Okay.
Do you think E.T. is scary?
Yes, I've talked about this many times before. It is it's a terrifying movie. I was scared of E.T. living underneath my bed my entire childhood.
He's adorable. He's all wrinkly. He's got big baby eyes.
Creepy.
No, he's so sweet.
So creepy.
50% of Americans agree with Jenny and say that E.T. is creepy. Not the movie, but the actual alien itself. They say 13% of us find E.T. to be very scary. 36% think he is somewhat scary. 23% of us say not very scary, and 18% are like me and don't think he's scary at all. And 11% are missing out, have not seen E.T. or couldn't say. By the way, in related news, 37% of us think aliens live among us in disguise.
Oh.
Do you know somebody who is just so weird that they could be an alien? Maybe your answer is Dave Ryan. Maybe your answer is Vaunt. Jenny, you're way too normal. If you're an alien, you are way too normal and well-adjusted. So I don't think you're an alien.
Maybe
I think
I'm
it's got to
the
be
best
either
alien
me,
then.
and maybe so. It could be. Now you've got me wondering, is Jenny an alien? Okay, so this is interesting. Remember the movie 16 Candles?
Yeah.
And there was a character who was like an Asian stereotype, and his name was Long Duck Dong.
Okay,
He says he didn't think the character was offensive at the time because there weren't many roles for Asians. He said it never crossed his mind. There was no real support to guide me about the fine line between being a goof and a comedy, in a comedy, and what is stereotypical. The heavy foreign accent that you hear in the movie isn't even his. He used his friend's accent as inspiration for his audition. During the table read after he got the role, he spoke in his regular voice and surprised the director, John Hughes. He said he was totally burst out laughing. He was in shock. Guess what TV game show is coming back? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is coming back to ABC for the 25th anniversary.
Wow. Did it retire?
Well,
or it just was off for a little bit.
It was a huge show 25 years ago when it was hosted by Regis.
Yes, I loved it.
Huge show. Everybody watched that show. And then they still did other versions, and I think there's still maybe like a version with like Meredith Vieira or something. I don't know. But Jimmy Kimmel is returning as the host. He did a revival a couple of years ago, and it originally came on TV in 1999, August 16th, but it is coming back July 10th.
Cool.
Madonna played for 1.6 million fans at Copacabana Beach in Rio. That was her biggest crowd. But they do say that it wasn't the biggest concert ever, which we were wrong about a little while ago. They say Rod Stewart played to 4 million people on that same beach in 1994.
Wow. And also, that was a free concert, I read.
Oh, yeah. They
So
couldn't
that's
charge
why
it.
I
There'd
was
be no
like-
way.
I was like, how did that many people go and pay? Like,
be
oh
no
my
way.
gosh.
Let's get back to the game here for National Nurses Day. Let's talk to Jamie. Good morning, Jamie. Jamie.
Yes.
How you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for asking. Are you a nurse?
I am a nurse.
What kind of nurse are you?
Home care nursing.
Well, I'm sorry?
Home care nursing, yeah, in the Twin Cities.
Jamie, what do these 4 words have in common? Baby, boy, brother, no.
Well, when I called in, I thought that they all had long vowels, but then I heard
That's the
brother.
you know what that's the answer we got to go with, because people will change their answer, and so that's the answer we got to go with. It is not long vowels. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Fair.
Thanks for trying. Let's do another one. Haley, good morning, Haley.
Hello, good morning.
What kind of nurse are you?
I'm an oncology nurse.
Okay, thanks for what you do. Baby,
Yes.
boy, brother, and no. What do you got, Haley?
It's a single child.
Baby, boy, brother, and no. Sounds like a good guess.
Yeah.
Not correct. Thanks for playing,
Cute.
Haley.
Yes.
Have a good day. Let's see if we got the answer from Brooke. Brooke, baby, boy, brother, and no. What do they all have in common?
I think that it is oh blank. Like, oh brother, oh baby, oh no.
She's right. Yeah.
What? Wait, what was the fourth one?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Oh, brother. And oh, no.
Okay, got it.
You're
Wow,
right.
good job.
You're amazing, Brooke.
Thank
Do you
you.
play that game Connections on your phone?
Yeah, I play it every day. My family and I, we all challenge each other and send it. We're super competitive. So I was really excited to hear that you guys were doing this for Nurses Week.
I do the same thing. I share it with like 4 other people, and then I play Wordle, and then I play Strands. But we'll talk about that another time. Happy Nurses Week. Brooke, what kind of a nurse are you, Brooke?
I am actually an employee health nurse over at Glencoe Regional Health.
Thanks for doing
Yes.
what you do. You get a $100 Starbucks gift card, Brooke, okay?
Awesome. I love it. Thank you, guys.
We love you back. Thanks for being on the show. It's 101.3 KDWB. This is probably a really bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think that bad ideas, we are the ace of bad ideas on the Dave Ryan Show. So here's what we're going to do. I got a text message, actually a string of text messages I was going back and forth with a woman named, I'm going to call her April. She said, I remember you guys used to do a game where you would call a guy and get the wrong number and see whether the guy would stay on the phone to flirt with the woman that's calling with the wrong number. Will you call my boyfriend with the wrong number game? So, Jenny, if you will, you're going to call this guy.
I'm calling him.
You're going to get the right, like you're going to ask for somebody that's not the right person.
Okay.
And see if you can keep him on the phone and whether he'll flirt with you.
Oh.
So.
You know I don't like doing this.
I know you don't like doing it.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Let's do it anyway. Here we go. I'll dial the number, and then you'll try to keep him on the phone and flirt with him on the wrong number game.
Okay, fine.
On KDWB, live on video right now. Good luck, Jenny. You got this.
Thank you. I'm nervous.
Get your flirt on.
Okay. I'll try my best.
Hello?
Hey, is this Derek?
Oh, no, sorry. You got the wrong number. This is Troy.
Oh, do you know Derek?
No.
Are you sure? Because this was the number he gave me.
Yeah, sorry, no. This is definitely not Derek, so.
Oh, my bad. I don't mean to be bothering you.
Yeah, no worries. It's all good.
Well, I mean, what are you up to today?
I just got done eating breakfast.
Nice. What'd you have?
Captain Crunch and a brownie.
Wow. That sounds like the breakfast of champions.
Yeah, well, try to take care of myself, right?
Really? I like a guy who can take care of himself. Do you lift?
Yeah. I can lift that.
I would. Okay.
Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, I know this is a prank, all right? I'm not that.
How did you know it was a prank? How did you know? I think I'm going to say because Jenny is the worst flirt actress of all time. Were you ever in any plays in high school?
I was in the background of a play one time.
Good. You were a tree. Hey, you were smart to know that, and your name is Troy, not Derek. At what point did you know that you were being pranked?
I mean, because why would you keep talking to me? Why would you be interested in, this incredibly flirty girl who's really? I love a man with Captain Crunch and a brownie. Come on.
Hey, I might like a man who has that for breakfast. You never know.
I will say, you said that, and she started biting her lips. So,
Well, let me tell you why we did this, Troy, because your girlfriend, and I can't remember her name right now.
Isn't it Christina?
Yes.
Anyway, your girlfriend, Christina, she put us up to this to see whether you would flirt because she told us you always answer those flirty, spammy messages on your phone. And she thought that if you're flirting with a stranger, then that's a red flag. But you knew right away this is a prank. So, hey, good for you. I guess that's a win.
Oh, my gosh. I do those things as a joke. I mean, it's a spam. Come on. Those are jokes. That's funny. But you said it was, Jenny, Dave Ryan? What was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jenny from the Dave Ryan Show.
Oh, yeah. I know you guys. Yeah, I knew there was a reason why I always hated you, but I just didn't know what it was until right now.
Hang up on him. Goodbye.
I didn't think you'd understand me. How could you ever even try? I don't wanna tiptoe, but I don't wanna hide, but I don't wanna feed this monstrous fire. Just wanna let this story die, and I'll be alright. We can't be friends, but I'd like to just pretend. You cling to your papers and pens. Wait until you like me again. Wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for your love. Me and my truth, we sit in silence. Baby girl, it's just me and you. 'Cause I don't wanna argue, but I don't wanna bite my tongue, yeah. to just pretend. You cling to your papers and pens. Wait until you like me again. Wait for your love. I'll wait for your love. I'll wait for your love. I'll wait for your love.
Dave Ryan Show on 101.3 KDWB. The word that we had to bleep out of there was, yeah. Well, we can't really say it on the radio.
Well,
the guy
yeah,
said,
I was like, that's why it's bleeped.
I can lift that blank. And I was like, whoa. All right, it's KDWB. I hope you had a great weekend. It was so nice yesterday. We went flying up to Duluth. And I'm going to tell you something. Susan is really bad at pretending that she likes to go flying with me. She doesn't like it. She just doesn't.
We mentioned that you were going to go to Duluth yesterday when we were all chatting online and stuff. And so I was like, wait, I thought Susan didn't like flying. And you
She
said you guys
really
were hanging
doesn't.
out and doing a little picnic.
Well, here's the thing. I've been flying airplanes for like 25 years. And she used to go with me quite a bit, and she just doesn't like it. She's, you know, a little bit of a nervous Nelly when it comes to things like that. And so she has not been in the airplane with me for close to 15 years.
Oh.
And I said, it's a beautiful day. I want to go flying. Do you want to come with? Because if you don't, I'll go by myself.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'll go with. And I'm like, you don't have to if you don't want to. No, I'll go. And I'm like, are you sure? No pressure. No, I'll go. I said, oh, cool. Well, let's go up to Duluth. We'll land on the little sandbar, and we'll do a little picnic lunch, and then we'll fly back. And then she was real quiet all morning yesterday, like contemplating her demise.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, you know, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. No, I'll go. And I said, if you'd rather go somewhere close, we can fly to, you know, Hutchinson and, you know, have
A quick flight.
The quick flight, have lunch out of the picnic table, and then fly back. No, that you do whatever you want to do. So, and I don't feel bad, but I felt a little bit bad. Like she didn't really want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never pressure her.
You gave her an out multiple times.
I gave her many, yes.
So I think she truly, she really wanted to go. She was just trying to get past her nervousness.
But she was so quiet the entire time.
Mhm.
And then she kept asking how much longer till we're there, which to me is like, when is this going to be over? So
How long of a flight is that to Duluth?
about an hour and 10 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
And it was beautiful and everything went flawlessly and the weather was perfect. And it was just like, you know what? I don't know. I don't think I'll take her again. And
Well,
she'll be okay without going again.
Next time you take her to Hutch like you should have originally. Then it would have been like, what, a 10-minute flight?
Nah, maybe about a half an hour flight or so.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I would say if you don't want to do something with your partner and you're doing it just to make them happy, that's really nice of you to do.
Mm-hmm.
But your partner notices. I mean, do you ever do anything with Andrew where it's like, hey, let's go do this? And he's like, okay. Like if you loved bowling and you're like, come on, let's join a league. Okay. Do you have anything like that with Andrew?
We're pretty honest when we don't want to do things with each other because, I don't know. I've tried to get him to come to the gym with me many times because I'll have like buddy passes. I could bring him every once in a while. And he just doesn't want to. It's not his thing. Like he is a very active human, but working out at a gym is not his form of exercise.
I gotcha, yeah.
So that's like one thing for him. For instance, yesterday we live very close to Parkway Pizza, and he had gotten some pizza from there yesterday. And he's like, "Do you want to walk over there with me?" And I said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to."
Good. You know what? Good.
So we do for the most part say no when we don't want to do something.
And I think it's fine to have some things in your life that you do. I would never expect Susan. Hey, guess what, Susan? You need to hike up Pikes Peak with me, because she would never want to do it and never be like, you got to play the ukulele with me, and she would never say like, well, you need to crochet with me. Because I'd be like, no. Anyway, just a thought. It is 101.3 KDWB. We are right now on line on video. You can see us on YouTube live on the webcams. Myself, Jenny Vaught, on YouTube, KDWB 101.3, and on Facebook Live, The Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. I want to throw this out there because this is a big deal. Mother's Day is less than a week away. It's coming up this Sunday. We want to reunite you with your mom. If it's been more than a year since you've seen your mom, this is the plan. We want to fly her in on Thursday afternoon, She'll stay at the beautiful Country Inn and Suites over here across town. Then on Friday morning, maybe right around this time, you and your mom will be here in the studio, blindfolded. Then we'll take the blindfolds off, and then we'll let you reunite with your mom. And the tears and the hugs and the laughs and the
I'm
kisses.
gonna start crying.
Oh, my God. If it's
Dave
been a
will
while,
probably start crying too.
I get emotional.
You get emotional with like family stuff, so I know you're gonna tear up for something like this.
If you want to do it, then you send us some with a couple of requirements. First of all, you got to make sure your mom is like not maybe available, but 100% available, because we can't pick a winner and then have mom go, yeah, I couldn't get the day off. Boo. So we'll fly mom in from wherever. We'll put her up at the Country Inn and Suites. She'll be here through the weekend. Everything you're doing that weekend is on you. I'm not paying for your Red Lobster. I'm not paying for your Devani's. I'm not paying for it. But then we'll fly her back home on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No cheating. No picking up mom at the airport. No sneaking over to the Country Inn and Suites to see her.
Yeah, you have to abide by the rules and be reunited for the first time on the show Friday morning. And then you get to come in and like hang out with us for a little bit on Friday morning.
I'm sorry
too.
about that. Yeah, I know.
I feel like that's the best part of it, this entire thing.
And then you can put us in your will.
What?
Because we helped make this reunion happen.
You're ridiculous. Bring back Drake. Bring back Drake.
I don't have a lot of things, so if anybody can put me in their will, even if you give me like a penny.
Okay, done. If you want to do this, send your email. There's some requirements. We need your mom, where your mom lives. We need a picture of you to prove that you really do have a mom and that it is not somebody that you're flying in, like it's your best friend Daphne who's flying in from New Mexico. I don't want Daphne. I want your mom here. So then go online and send us an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com. Once in a while, we do what we call the Hat of Vulnerability. And this is where we all put our names in a hat. Go ahead and do that, Jenny.
I got it ready.
We will each draw, Jenny will draw a name out. The last name remaining in the hat has got to tell a vulnerable story. So this is one where it's like, the last time you got emotional or something that maybe we didn't know about you. Hat of Vulnerability. Draw name number one that will not tell a story.
This is not going to tell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Name number one is David. You are out
okay.
today.
I had one, but I can save it for another time. Okay, so I will not tell a story.
Vaughn, do you have something ready if your name gets picked?
I can think of something. I'm a pretty lonely person.
Oh. All right. Oh, God, I'm like nervous. Okay. And Vaughn, you do not have to go today.
Ooh, okay, cool. I didn't want to
so
cry.
I guess it's me today.
All right, Jenny.
Okay.
Let me grab my Kleenex.
You might.
Jenny's
I'm probably going to need it. So, man, I'm already getting stressed about it. I've debated even bringing this up, not even because I've had a vulnerability, because I've talked a lot on the show before about having anxiety. And I go through like a lot of bouts of anxiety sometimes. But in the last like 5-ish months, unfortunately, my anxiety has gotten like really bad again. Mm-hmm. And I've been like going to therapy. I've been doing all the things that you should do when your mental health is starting to take a toll on you. And it just really wasn't working. So, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're here.
So finally I was like, okay, I'm doing like the natural things. I'm talking to a therapist. I'm working out. I'm staying busy. I'm coming into work every day. I'm like, social. I'm going out with friends still. But it just started getting really bad that like I was like, I've got to like really consider medication. And for the longest time, I just have always gotten through my anxiety. And it really scared me to get on medication, to be honest. And I don't know why. It just did. And so about a month ago, I finally met with a psychiatrist because my therapist can do therapy, but they can't prescribe medication. Mm-hmm. So I had to meet with an actual doctor. And I'm finally on some medication, and it's been like good. I'm not going to say that my anxiety's not still here. I still have it pretty bad, but it's definitely been helpful. And I think that like there's a pretty big stigma still against like taking medication. Like people think like
if you're going about your life and doing the things that you should for your mental health, you should be able to make yourself better on your own. And that's what I always thought too. But it just got so bad that, I mean, there were mornings I almost like didn't come into work because it was really like eating me alive. So I finally got on medication, and the last like few weeks it's definitely helped out for sure. I'm by no means healed, I guess you could say, or feeling like fully myself. But for a while here, I like really was not myself, and I was coming into work and I was going through the motions of my day, but I was really struggling. But the happy ending is that I can tell that it is making a difference. I am feeling much more like myself in the last like week or two. And I do meet with my psychiatrist again just to make sure we're in the right direction, that it's working the way it should in a couple weeks. Or if I needed to change medication, like obviously that's an option too. But so far, it's been going pretty good. And yeah, that's kind of a little behind the scenes of some things that have been happening in my life that I haven't even talked to Dave or Vaunt or anyone about this. Very few people. I actually like just talked to my mom about this, and it's not that I'm like ashamed about having to take medicine. I guess I just always found myself to be strong enough to get through everything on my own before. And then finally I just hit a point where I was like, but if there's something else that can help you out, why would you not like take that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I am taking some anti-anxiety medication, and it's been going good. And I'm really like looking forward to fully feeling myself again, hopefully in the near future.
I wanted to let you finish, but there are so many thoughts that come to mind. The first thought is so funny because Jenny comes across and projects herself so naturally as just so confident and just so normal, nice, active. And you look at somebody like Jenny and you go, she lives a charmed life. I mean, you're young, you're attractive, you're healthy, you work out, you have a fun job, and you do great at your job. And you would think that somebody who has a life like that, that everything is great. But I think that's one of the interesting things about some mental health conditions or situations is you put on that happy face and you keep going through your day and you get your job done. In the meantime, inside, you're hurting to the point where all of the exercises and all the happy thoughts, they weren't working. And I'm really glad that you went in to be on medication to make yourself feel better. Because my first thought was, you know, Jenny and I will have this conversation once in a while. It's like, yeah, you're fine. I mean, and we'll, and it's kind of like, don't get too down. You have a very charmed life. There's a lot of people that would love to have a life like yours or a life like mine or a life like Vaunt's. But just because you have that life doesn't mean that everything is okay inside Jenny. And that was my first thought. My second thought was to make a joke, because that's what I always do.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, well, I'm glad you feel better. You still look terrible.
Well,
So I was going to say that because that's what I always do. I'm always the person who's like, tries to lighten the mood with a joke, and usually they don't land right. So, and then my third was right now, there are so many people who are kind of feeling you and what you feel. There's a bunch of text messages. Jenny, thanks for being so honest. It was definitely a hard bit for me to listen to because I'm going through the same thing right now. Sending you love. Jenny, cheers to you for being brave. You will get through this. Jenny, I'm in your boat. I started going to therapy, was diagnosed with depression, and broke down last week thinking, I'm stronger than this. Why am I here? But it was the breakdown that I needed. Thank you for being vulnerable like that, Jenny. You are so strong, and your permission to others to get well. Jenny, have you tried a weighted blanket? That has helped me. And I think that's one of those things that I would say. It's like, Jenny, you know what you need? You need a weighted blanket, because I would mean well in saying that.
Of course.
A weighted blanket is going to help, but what you really needed was something that was going to chemically help you.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. Especially after talking to a psychiatrist. She very much made me feel valid in the fact that there is an imbalance in my brain right now, and I did need something to actually like change it.
Do you get annoyed with me sometimes because you and I have talked about this? It's like, Jenny, Jenny, you're fine. You work out. Have you tried working out? And have you done this and whatever? Because I will make comments like that once in a while because I'm your well-meaning friend who's like, motion equals emotion. But sometimes you can do all the motion you want and it still doesn't do any good.
And I do not get upset with that at all because I do believe that, like, if you are just sitting around doing nothing about it, it's only going to get worse. So I do agree that motion equals emotion. Fully agree with that. It's just that sometimes that doesn't solve it, is what it comes down to. You can do everything in the world, but when it comes down to it, sometimes there's an imbalance inside of you and you actually need to take medication to fix it.
There's so many text messages about this one. You're also welcome to call the show if you want to comment. Maybe you can relate to Jenny in this situation. But I'll read some of the text messages. Jenny, I remember my anxiety got so bad. I knew I needed meds. I sat on my toilet having a panic attack with my hand in the sink in cold water, frozen, trying to snap out of it, sobbing. When the medicine kicked in, I could enjoy the smell of rain again. So random, but I knew that's when it was working. It had been so long. Another one, anxiety sucks because it literally comes out of nowhere. I wish my boyfriend would understand it. Also, my daughter has anxiety, so we are sending hugs. And I think that's one of the pitfalls of having something that is depression or anxiety or whatever it is there are going to be well-meaning friends and mothers and partners that are going to say, you know what you need to do? You need to eat better. You need to exercise. Jenny does all the things. Jenny is active and social, and Jenny has a great job. And Jenny comes in and does her job every day. But what were you, can I ask? I mean, what did you feel? What was it?
It definitely was mostly anxiety feeling, but like for me, I have like very physical symptoms. I was barely eating for like a week straight. I feel like this pressure in my chest. My heart races so aggressively. I mean, my full body was just in fight or flight for like almost like a few weeks straight until I like started the medication and it finally started putting me back to normal. But I was like, all of a sudden, like fun things that I had going on the weekend, I wasn't looking forward to because I felt like it was a mixture of like, I was scared I would get anxious and it wouldn't be fun. I was just scared of like when you're anxious, you kind of just isolate yourself a lot of times and you just want to be by yourself. And so like I was going to stay with some girlfriends in Stillwater and I was so looking forward to it and then all of a sudden anxiety hit and I was stressed and I wasn't looking forward to it because I was panicked that I couldn't just escape to my room and be by myself. And it's hard to pinpoint exactly what has caused me to feel like this at this point because I think a lot of people assume you're anxious because you have a job interview coming up or you have something going on. Like, I don't have something specific that I can pinpoint has caused this for me.
And that's what's got to be not depressing. That's what is going to be frustrating.
Yes.
Is because you can't point it to some particular event. It's like, okay, you're depressed because your dog died. Totally natural. But when you're depressed for no reason and you just feel down, and I've never really had depression like that, so I try to empathize, but I really can't relate. I've had anxiety before because of something that was going on in my life, and it got so bad that even when things were okay, I'd be like, I'd stand up and like walk around in the kitchen just because I just couldn't shake the anxiety.
Yep.
And then I was on Klonopin for, often. It was take as needed. Like, it would have felt really bad. It's like the doctor would say, take a quarter tablet of this.
Yeah.
And you would feel that just like release. Is yours an episodic kind of a medication, or is it like a take it all the time?
It's a take it all the time right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alex is on the phone here. If you didn't hear it, Alex, well, you heard it. Jenny was talking about being vulnerable a little while ago. I did not know what she was going to talk about. I really did not. And Jenny, admitted something. I don't want to say admit because admit sounds like you're admitting to something that you don't feel good about.
Yeah, just a handful of months ago, I started getting really bad anxiety again, and then about a month ago, I got so bad to the point where I was like, I have to do something outside of just your regular therapy and working out and stuff. So I got on medication, and it's definitely been helping me out. I still have a long road ahead of me, I think, to get back to my normal self, but I'm definitely feeling much better since starting the medication.
Alex, you had a comment or some feedback. Go ahead. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, Jenny, I just wanted to call and say that, on behalf of everybody that's been afraid to reach out, I'm really proud of you. I know that that's not an easy thing to do. You feel like, I don't know, like maybe things will be misinterpreted or maybe you'll be judged. I actually called a few weeks ago. I'm the one that asked Dave why he got his private pilot's license. And the reason why I actually couldn't pursue my pilot's license anymore was because I was diagnosed with ADHD and I'm barred from flying for the next 4 years or until I get off of my medication. So I also know that there's sacrifices that need to be made in order for you to do what's best for you and kind of get just back on the right track. And just know that your mental health comes before anything, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You did the right thing, and I think that everyone that cares about you or even just the people that listen, we're all in your corner, and we're really happy for you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you, Alex.
You keep fighting the good fight, and you keep doing what you got to do until you feel right. And then once you feel right, everything else will fall into place.
Yes, I believe that too.
I'm glad you're doing better because you know what? I'm going to tell you, working with Jenny every day, Jenny seems like we always make fun of Jenny because Jenny's a stress monster. And she races from place to place. She squeals into the parking garage on 2 wheels. I have to dive out of the way every time I see her come to the parking garage.
I think it just happened this morning, too.
I'm very shocked. Every time Jenny comes in, it's like she's always in a hurry. But we want to talk to some people who have kind of seen the same thing. For example, Jake. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Jenny.
Morning.
Jake, you had some personal experience with this, right?
Yeah, so I'm 31 years old, and I didn't think I was going to get emotional. I've dealt with anxiety for as long as I can remember, and I think I knew about it, but I ignored it. And especially as a guy or a young man, there's a huge stigma, and it wasn't until I started my job working as a corrections officer that my anxiety went through the roof. And I went to my doctor and just inquired, and he's encouraged me to do medication before, but I didn't want to. I self-medicated by eating and doing the things that I think make me feel better. And when I decided to take medication, and that was 3 years ago. And I wish I would have done it 10 years ago.
I think you're right, though, Jake, when you talk about how, people love to make fun of guys. Guys are an easy target for a lot of people. Oh, he's too short, he's too bald, or he doesn't have a good enough job or whatever. But I think that sometimes we expect things out of guys that are unrealistic. For example, man up. Man up, right. Jake.
Yeah.
Right.
Put on your big boy pants. Don't be a P word. Man up. Right?
Well, and that's what especially you go through high school and then you get some. I didn't go to college, but college, and you go and it's this. You're a guy, man up, and I just thought I had it under control, to be honest. And then my current job really exposed my anxiety, and I finally decided that. It was to a point where I couldn't do my job anymore unless I did something, and I love my job. So, Jenny, I just wanted to also say, I just turned on my radio as you started sharing, and it was so powerful. Like I usually don't call in or text in, but I had to say something because thank you for sharing on radio where millions of people listen.
Well, not millions.
Only 7.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. But you know what I think, Jake, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy that Jenny did this, because here is Jake, who listens to the show but never calls, never writes, never texts in. But you touched Jake in a way that he didn't expect to be related to or recognized or acknowledged. And I think
I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting to go to the store, and I'm like, I have to call in and say something. So I appreciate it, Jenny, and for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable, and I hope things get better, and I know they will.
Thank you. And I appreciate you calling in. It means a lot. It means a lot to me, too, that everyone texting and calling right now. It means a lot.
Thank you, Jake.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too. I think that's one of the things about it, Jenny, is when you mention something like this, there are so many people who feel like, well, God, this is what the most powerful thing to me is. Jenny's a badass. You don't mess with Jenny. Jenny is a nice person, but also if you mess with Jenny, she's going to let you know about it. But here is Jenny, who is a badass, athletic, hard worker, has all the physical health for the most part. But here is somebody who has also struggled and is suffering. And you go, well, I'm not as athletic as Jenny. My job is cool, but it's not like on the radio. And even Jenny struggles. So it can be anybody, like somebody who's got seemingly everything going for them. Let's talk a couple of more people here. Shane, you saw this happen with your wife, right, Shane?
Yeah. So it started after my child was born. It seems like it almost kind of came out of nowhere, and I know things can get kind of wonky if you have a kid anyways, but she ended up having a food allergy test done, and we realized that she was eating almonds and eggs all the time, which we found out she was heavily allergic to.
Oh, boy.
And so she ended up cutting those out of her diet, and that actually helped a lot. She still takes medication and everything, but that has helped an insane amount. Even now when she eats either of those things, she still feels anxious.
Oh,
who knew? What an unusual situation. How is she doing now, Shane?
She's doing way better. I honestly could not tell that she has anxiety. She still takes the medication every day, but I can tell if she accidentally eats something with eggs in it, it affects her.
Can I ask you a personal question? And it's okay, whatever your answer is. I think a lot of people's helpful, well-intended tendency is to be like, well, you got to get off the couch. Well, you got to get some exercise. You know what? It's a sunny day. You need to get outside. I would have probably done that, well-meaning. Did you do any of that? Or were you immediately like sympathetic? We got to get you some help.
I was, yeah. I mean, she couldn't get out of bed. I was immediately like, we got to figure something out.
Okay, gotcha. And I think there are some situations where like there's something really wrong here. But I think sometimes, and I'm going to like kind of look at both sides, there are the people who get frustrated by people who will go, you need to get up and get some exercise. You need to eat right. But we mean well. And then we get frustrated because we think we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I felt that way, I'd get up and go for a run.
Right.
Let's do a couple of more phone calls. Shannon, Jenny was talking a little while ago. If you didn't hear on the radio, Jenny was talking about how she is now taking medication for anxiety for about a month or so.
About 3 weeks so far.
About 3 weeks. Okay, and it's helped a lot. Helped some. You can see some help.
It's definitely helped. Yes, I'm definitely not fully back to where I want to be quite yet, but it is helping me definitely go about my daily life a little bit more normal.
Shannon, what did you want to add to the conversation?
When I was younger, like anxiety started when I was a teenager, and I would get physically sick because I would get so anxious about stuff. And it wasn't necessarily anything that was a huge deal. It was just like going out with friends, and it was to the point where like I wouldn't want to do anything. And so I got a medication when I was pretty young, and it's amazing how much it helps. And like there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of in taking it. Like, so proud of you for taking the steps, Jenny.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
There is so much to say about this one, and I'm going to get emotional too because I'm proud of you. You know I love you. Mm-hmm. And I just, there's just something that I think is so powerful about people hearing themselves on the radio or hearing their husband or their son or their wife or their daughter or their mom on the radio. And I don't mean people who called in necessarily. I mean you reflected through you. There's so many text messages. I'll read some more here in a minute. I will say this. I really like this one. This is what makes the Dave Ryan Show unique. You're equally likely to turn it on and hear a cheater getting busted as you are hearing an overwhelming account of personal mental health. Incredible execution. Thank you for sharing reality while still being a fun show. Sending so much love to Jenny, and thank you for sharing. And you know what? I love that because I think our show is a lot of fun. That's our main job, is to have fun, and then fun, hopefully, is you'll have fun with the show too. But at the same time, just like any good relationship, you don't want somebody who's jokey, funny all the time.
Yeah.
You want somebody who can be serious. Because we've all known somebody who jokes all the time. And it's like, can you ever be serious? But at the same time, we know people who are like, God, you have to be so serious all the time. We'll be back with a couple of more comments on KDWB. If there's anything that we missed or you want to add, or you're like, I got to tell this story, then we'll be right back on KDWB.
101.3
KDWB. In honor of National Nurses Day, 101.3 KDWB and Rasmussen University want to highlight and reward our nurses throughout the Twin Cities with $100 in coffee. If you're a nurse, listen every hour today for your chance to win a $100 Starbucks gift card courtesy of Rasmussen University from 101.3 KDWB.
At Rasmussen University, they offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
From the It's Just Lunch Weather Center.
Hey, it's Weather Girl Jenny. Today it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 74, and then tomorrow rain once again with a high of 70.
This report is sponsored by Visit Fort Myers.
There's a My Fort Myers story for everyone. Hike through parks and preserves, paddle tranquil waterways, and explore a national wildlife refuge. Direct flights arrive daily from Minneapolis at Southwest Florida International Airport. Plan your trip at visitfortmyers.com.
I look back with such amazing thankfulness and gratitude for what we've been given. Not only my child was I given back, we were given everything so that she could be here. St. Jude will not stop. There's nothing that will get in the way of continual effort and the best treatment possible for children like Bridget.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by texting SHIRT to 785-833.
With spring just around the corner, Invisible Fence brand doesn't want you to be left behind. Give your dog the freedom and confidence they deserve now with an Invisible Fence system. Invisible Fence works in any weather, giving you confidence in your pet's safety at all times. Our pet professionals are experts at customizing solutions to your yard, your needs, and your dog's wants. Let us help you take full advantage of springtime when it's here. Spring into action and visit invisiblefence.com to learn more.
There's certain things that are easier to do with somebody else, like carrying a couch up the stairs or playing pickleball or losing weight. If you got a support system like I did with Livia Weight Control Centers, it's going to be easier to lose the weight. Hey, it's Dave Ryan for Livia Weight Control Centers. Join Livia today and get your first 8 weeks for free. In those first weeks, by following Livia's nutrition plan and with the help of their expert team of registered dietitians and nutritionists, you can lose up to 20 pounds or more. And right now, you can also get a complimentary in-body scan. I've been working with Livia for years. I've loved the one-on-one support, and I've lost 20 pounds and kept it off. Join today. First 8 weeks for free. Go to livia.com, livea.com, or 855-GO-LIVIA. They also now offer GLP-1 medication starting at just $2.99 per month. Find out about the weight loss options and see accelerated results by summer. 855-GO-LIVIA.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Cut to the good stuff at FS Cut and Color.
Who do you want to be today? The Insta star with the hottest curtain bangs? The guy whose textured low fade is legendary around campus? Or the girl boss with the all business angled bob? Let their expert stylists get you feeling fantastic about your hair. Visit one of their 45 Minneapolis area Fantastic Sam's cut and color salons today and receive a free shampoo with every cut. Real satisfaction guaranteed. Book online today at fantasticsams.com.
A Gain Scent Bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said Maraca, senor, but his nose said, hey, freshest scent ever. Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing. Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Febreze.
So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Okay, of course, I would never hope that you have to deal with anything like this. But if you are in a car accident, you're dealing with an injury of sorts. I mean, my entire 20s, I was dealing with injuries, honestly. And I wish I would have called Nicolay Law, because when you have to then go to the insurance companies, it becomes quite difficult. And Nicolay Law has your back. They are Minnesota's award-winning injury lawyers, and they're going to help you out. It's so easy to get a hold of them. You can call them at 1-855-NIC. OLET, or you can visit them online at nicolaylaw.com. They have offices all over Minnesota, Minneapolis, Roseville, St. Paul, Woodbury, Duluth, and Rochester. So give them a call today.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
35W is blocked northbound at 90th Street with an accident. Traffic heavy from 98th Street. On 694, traffic heavy westbound from 35W to 252. 94 heavy westbound from Route 35 to Highway 95 with construction. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Party City.
Hey, it's Fallon with a Party City Mother's Day revelation. Moms fib about liking last-minute mother's gifts, but Party City helps you choose gifts she'll love for real with personalized balloon bouquets for every budget. P.S. They deliver.
iHeartRadio just gave away a VIP experience to see the Eras Tour in Miami.
Thank you so much, iHeartRadio.
And a Taylor Swift signed guitar.
I'm going to Miami to see Taylor Swift. And it's my birthday. Oh my God, I forgot it's my birthday. Thanks, Mom.
What surprises are in store next? Keep listening to Tortured Poets Radio to hear the new album, as well as the very best of Taylor, commercial-free. Search iHeart Taylor in the free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
The official morning show of springtime, The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
We had a really interesting open conversation here on the Dave Ryan Show for the past half an hour or so, because Jenny, we did this bit we call the Hat of Vulnerability, where the person whose name is chosen, they have to tell a vulnerable story, like, oh, I remember the time when I was a little kid and blah, 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 or whatever. And so Jenny opened up about something that Vaughn and I, and you, of course, too, were not expecting at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been dealing with some pretty bad anxiety in the last handful of months. And about a month ago, it had just gotten to a point where I've been doing everything to try to fix it on my own. And I finally set up an appointment to get on medication and talk to a psychiatrist about it. And so I've started medication about 3 weeks ago. And I'm finally starting to feel a little bit more like myself. But it has been a very rough couple months behind the scenes. You don't really see that, obviously, when I come into work. Nope. I put on my best face, but behind the scenes, Andrew's seen it. Some of my good friends have seen it. But yeah, I've been trying to keep it together in front of a lot of people, but I finally wanted to share because I know a lot of people experience it too.
I think one of the eye-opening things for me and probably for you too is you look at somebody who is suffering like this and they seem just fine. And I'm not saying don't read anything into this at all, but then somebody will hurt themselves and you're going, but they seem just fine because they're so good at hiding what they're going through.
Absolutely.
So I think this is one of those things where Jenny, maybe you saw some of yourself in Jenny and you're like, wow, I didn't know that people could hide it so well. Or maybe I hide it so well that people don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at somebody who's like 22 and gorgeous and she plays volleyball at the U and she's got it all and she's a scholarship and she gets great grades and she's got a great partner and great parents and you're going, bitch, you got it made.
Mm-hmm. But that's just not how it always is.
That's not how it always is. Let me talk to Anna. We'll spend a little bit more time on this one. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
You are a mental health therapist, and you had a kind of an observation.
Yes. First, Jenny, I want to say it's really cool that you are sharing this. I think even when people are seeing therapists for anxiety, taking that next step to get on medication is one that I think a lot of people struggle with and making that decision. So I think it's really cool that you're sharing it. But I also wanted to say it generally takes like 4 to 6 weeks for anxiety medication to really take full effect. So it's really cool that you are feeling a little bit better already, but it should start to get a little bit better even so in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and my psychiatrist did tell me that. She said at least like 3 weeks. I probably wouldn't even tell much of a difference, but I've been lucky that I can tell. It's been a roller coaster in these 3 weeks, but I can tell like some days have definitely been better because I believe the medicine is what's helping.
Yeah. And I know the first like 2 weeks you get all of the side effects and stuff that can make it feel even a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I'm glad those seem to be going down.
Yes, they have.
And hopefully it continues to get better and better and you're seeing the effects even more.
Yep.
Let me ask you, can I ask?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't want to interrupt. Here's a powerful question that I just thought of. Anybody who's listening that has someone in their life that's going through what Jenny did, the tendency is to go now to treat Jenny differently in that don't give Jenny any hard assignments. Don't give Jenny the workload. Don't give Jenny a hard time about, the things we usually give her a hard time about. Don't make fun of the way she dresses. I don't want to step too far in the wrong direction of not treating Jenny just the way I always have, like making fun of the way she dresses, because she dresses like she's going to the Renaissance Festival. Mm-hmm. And I want to be able to give you a hard time, and I want to be able to give you the hard assignments because we have hard assignments. Is that kind of a natural tendency? And do we give that person a whole lot more leeway, or do they get annoyed and it's like, no, treat me like you always treated me, Anna?
I mean, and Jenny can say this as well, but I think Jenny would want you to treat her normally. And then I think it's on Jenny if things are going too far for her to set those boundaries and say that she doesn't want you to be doing that because it's making her feel a certain way. But I think that one would be on Jenny to set those boundaries with you if they are bothering her to that extent.
Yeah, I agree fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I still give you hard assignments?
Of course. I mean, I'm still here to do my
Can
job.
I still expect you to show up to work on time?
Yes.
Yeah, I think sometimes with when people are honest about their mental health and then people start treating them differently, it feels even more like isolating and shameful because now we are seen more as our mental health diagnosis as than just a person. And I think that's really what, when we're struggling with mental health, that's really what we just want to feel like is just like a regular
Just a
person.
regular person. So, Jenny,
So when
I will
people
continue.
start treating you differently, it almost like enhances that feeling of something's wrong.
Of you're fragile, because now you're going to be treated like you're fragile, and you don't want to be treated that way.
Right.
Possibly. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. We'll do one more call, then we'll wrap up and we'll move on to some other things. We are going to give away for Nurses Week It's Nurses Day and Teachers Week. Am I right about that?
Yeah, and then I think it's Teachers Day technically tomorrow.
Oh, God. When do the Wolves
I've
play?
heard
The Wolves play
everything.
tonight or the Wolves play tomorrow? I can't keep it all straight.
I've heard
When was
everything.
Cinco de Mayo? Yesterday or today?
Well, it is De Mayo.
Okay. Last call. Cassie, thanks for waiting so long. You had one last perspective of Jenny and her discussion a minute ago. Hi, Cassie.
Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to say, as Jenny was kind of talking about it, I very much can relate the symptoms of not wanting to get out of bed, the heaviness in your chest, the not eating. Very much I have been there. Unfortunately, the medications didn't work for me. They gave me side effects that gave me more anxiety. So then I wasn't sleeping because it would give me night sweats. So then I wouldn't sleep because I was scared of that. So of course, the medication is working for you. That's awesome. I know that unfortunately, I had to go kind of the holistic way. I don't know. Sometimes when those panic attacks hit, that sort of thing, lavender has really helped me. Either put that on like your favorite blanket or in your hands and deep breaths of that in, very calming. So just another suggestion. But again, I know everybody said it, but truly, we appreciate you talking about it, and there are a lot of other people out here suffering, and don't be scared to have that release. Don't be scared to let those tears out. I know sometimes it comes at the absolute most inconvenient time. All of a sudden it will hit you, and you're like in the middle of Target, and you have anxiety, and you're like, what is happening?
Right.
But go in that family bathroom, have that release, get yourself together, and go about your day. Sometimes that's really all your body needs is get it out of your system. So don't suppress it. And proud of you for taking the steps.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cassie. Thanks for waiting so long. Have a great day.
You as well today.
All right. We're going to wrap up. But thanks for all the comments. You want to send an email? We can probably read some of those later. RyanShow@kdwb.com. You doing okay right now?
I'm doing fine.
Can I get you a muffin? You need a muffin?
No,
Chocolate milk.
I'm good.
Rack of ribs.
Off the air, I got a big bear hug from both Vaunt and Dave, and I was like, all right, guys, I don't mean to make this awkward now because I'm sitting here crying. I promise I'm going to be okay, but it does feel like a bit of a release for me to even talk about this myself to you guys and everyone listening.
And I think that's, we commend you for that. I said it to you off air, but just because, we in this room, it's hard for you. I'm sure it's hard for you to talk about. Like Dave said, you hadn't talked about that with any of us, but then let alone to go on the radio about it. So, and I'm glad that you were able to do that and you felt comfortable doing that, and we commend you for it.
For sure. And I think it helped a lot of people in going, wow, that sounds like my story. If we missed anything, send me an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com. We'll be right back with the Dave Ryan Show. Oh, by the way, let's do this. It is Nurses Day today. If you're a nurse, I got a $100 gift card to Starbucks with your name on it. I'll grab caller number 10. You do have to be a nurse. If you're not a nurse, that's fine. We love you. You'll play another contest. You'll win something else. Let's get you right now, 651-989-KDWB.
In honor of National Nurses Day, 101.3 KDWB and Rasmussen University want to highlight and reward our nurses throughout the Twin Cities with $100 in coffee. If you're a nurse, listen every hour today for your chance to win a $100 Starbucks gift card courtesy of Rasmussen University from 101.3 KDWB.
At Rasmussen University, they offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
From the It's Just Lunch Weather Center.
Starting the week off with an absolutely gorgeous day, partly sunny with a high of 74, and then tomorrow the rain's coming back with a high of 70.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Cravings Value Menu is a big deal, or rather, it's 10 big deals. From new items like the loaded nachos to familiar favorites like the spicy potato soft taco. Check it out at a participating Taco Bell today. Available for a limited time only while supplies last.
Looking to step up your Mother's Day flowers? The Home Depot has an idea. Let Mom's Green Thumb do some digging with colorful flowers, pots, and premium soils to bring out the most in her patios, walkways, and gardens. Right now, get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 for strong, healthy, vibrant plants, indoors and outside. Shop our wide selection online and pick up your order in-store and give Mom the gift of a beautiful garden. Get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
My car!
But what you really need to say is something that can actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And just like that, State Farm is there to help you file your claim right on the State Farm mobile app. So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo, when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful VC turbo engine, we had time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue.
Hey, it's Dave Ryan. I love my home. The home I live in now in Chanhassen, I've lived in that home for over 20 years, longer than I've lived in any other home in my entire life. And so much of what makes us a family takes place in our homes, right? The walls provide an intimate space for all the small moments that bring us together, the dinners, the Christmases, the birthdays, and the bonds grow stronger year after year. We want to take care of our home. That's why you should trust in the power of Zero Res to care for your home. At Zero Res, they don't use harsh soaps or chemicals. ZR water is tough on stains and dirt while still safe for you and your family. So call Zero Res today to clean your home, because a clean home is a healthy home. Check out the 18,000 raving customer reviews online with a 4.9 average Google rating. Go to ZeroResMinnesota.com. 3 rooms, Zero Resified, starting at $129 and $75 off your air duct cleaning too. Mention KDWB. Find them online, ZeroResMinnesota.com.
I'm Addison. I'm Hudson's mom. He's 2.5, but at 17 months old, he was diagnosed with choroid plexus carcinoma. I tell people all the time that you get to know so many families and create a family of your own. I've reached out to families that have been diagnosed after us and said, hey, this isn't a family you want to be a part of, but we are family now. St. Jude is a miracle.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by texting SHIRT to 785-833.
Some people hope that this summer's won't be hot and muggy. Some people hope that it will be front porch weather every day. Those same people hope they won't see a single mosquito all year. Those people are delusional. You know it will be hot. You know you'll be swatting mosquitoes. And yet, you hope that your air conditioner is up to the task. If you have BWS inspect your air conditioner before it gets hot out, you'll have more than hope to rely on. For just $49, we'll come inspect your entire system, and you will know whether it's ready for Summersy. And you can still pay for the inspection with an old ice scraper from your car. When's the last time you sold an old ice scraper for $49? I can answer that one. Never! BWS Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning can replace your hope with confidence and give you cool, comfy air all through the sweating and swatting season.
BWS smells happy home.
Don't sweat it. Get it inspected.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Looking to get doctor-prescribed medication like Ozempic or Wegovy? Zelty can help you get GLP-1 medications affordably, whether you have insurance and even if you don't, and 100% online. It's simple. Just text ACCEPT to 200-300 to get started. Zelty can help you get Ozempic, Wegovy, or Zepbound covered by your insurance company, so you pay as little as $0 for the medication if prescribed. No insurance? No problem. Zelty can ship semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and Zepbound, for as little as $151 a month versus $1,000 plus for name brand medications. Either way, it's high-quality medical care, weight loss coaching, and access to game-changing medications, all 100% online with Zelty and affordable with or without insurance. So don't wait. Text ACCEPT to 200-300 to get started today on your weight loss journey with Zelty. Text now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text ACCEPT to 200-300. That's ACCEPT to 200-300. Text ACCEPT to 200-300.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
Good news on 35W. All lanes are back open northbound and 90th following an accident. We've got an accident 35W southbound at County Road C on the right. It's heavy from County Road 88. There's a crash Highway 7 eastbound at County Road 101. They cleared an accident 494 westbound at Penn. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $700 on select mattresses from top brands. Shop a wide selection of quality beds at every price. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase at Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
It is brought to you by WhiteBearMitsubishi.com. I wanted to mention a couple of things. First of all, we're going to fly your mom in to reunite you for Mother's Day. Here's the story. We're going to fly your mom on Thursday. If you haven't seen your mom in at least a year, we'd love to fly her in from wherever she lives. For example, here's one. My mama lives in Clearwater, Florida. I haven't seen her in over a year, and it's been really hard for me. And she goes on with some other details. That is a great entry.
Yes.
Because she hasn't seen mom in a long time. Here is somebody who hasn't seen their mom since COVID. Since before COVID, yeah.
That's a long time.
Love for my mother-in-law here to visit. She lives in Marysville, Washington. Haven't seen her since before COVID. We've only been able to see her once since our wedding in 2018. So that might be a good one.
Yeah.
But we're going to fly mom in on Thursday night. Now, our timetable is pretty strict on this. They got to be on the show on Friday morning. That means they got to get there on Thursday night. Thursday night, we'll put them up over at the Homewood Suites over here. I'm paying for everything. And then we'll bring you and mom into the studio Friday morning, blindfolds, take your blindfolds off, and then you can see each other, and oh my God, it's going to be so great. And then you spend the weekend together on your dime. I'm not sending you to Brugger's, and I'm not sending you to the Arboretum. That's on you. So Monday, we'll fly her back home.
Yes, and you can probably take her out for a meal for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You know, that's on you, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
But,
So if you want to enter, there's some people who entered without sending pictures of you and your mom. And the reason we do that is because we want to make sure that it really is your mom and not your cousin Stephanie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We really do want that, because people would totally take advantage of this and try. I would. I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's my mom. I'd have my cousin Brian put on a wig, and I would have him fly in. So we need a picture of you and your mom. Send that along with, what were the things we needed? Where your mom lives.
Yes.
And tell us how long it's been since you've seen your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Send that into Ryan Show at KDWB.com, and we will pick a winner probably tomorrow or Wednesday, because we got to make that reservation and get mom here by Thursday night.
We got to make sure we can get them on a flight.
Exactly right, yeah. Speaking of trips, all aboard the big nude boat. Packing for a vacation can be a pain, but there's a new cruise. You don't have to worry about what to bring, especially clothes. The Big Nude Boat is a clothing-optional cruise ship that departs from Miami and sails around the Caribbean. Guests are treated to a stress-free, clothes-free experience. There are some rules. You got to wear your clothes when the ship is in port, but as soon as it sails out of the port, it is naked time. Also, you got to be clothed in all dining rooms, because nobody wants to see all of that while you're walking up to get the shrimp at the buffet. Gross.
Someone's chest hair falls in onto on that shrimp. Ooh.
And when you sit in a chair at the pool deck, you got to either wear a thong or sit on a towel. So you can be naked, but you got to sit on a towel. There is a self-serve buffet, which is on the pool deck, and it can be enjoyed without clothing as well. Also, photos and videos are not permitted are only permitted if everybody involved gets their consent. So, in other words, you can't just start snapping pictures of the hot dudes on the boat, Jenny.
There is literally no way that people are going to abide by that rule. I don't think. I think that they probably will take photos.
You think so?
I do. I feel like this is something you'd have to confiscate people's phones for them to all follow the rules.
It's really hard because everybody knows how to take a stealth photo. You just pretend that you're looking at your screen, you turn your camera around, and you take a picture of somebody. Or you take a picture of Jenny. Smile for me, Jenny, while there's the hot naked guy in the background.
Yeah.
Or you take a selfie with your partner, and over your shoulder is the hot naked guy. We all know how to take a I mean, not me. Not that I'd ever done that.
Yeah, no, you've never done a stealth photo before.
No. All right. That is, you can't make this stuff up. Brought to you by whitebearmitsubishi.com. We got a keyword for you to win $1,000, and here it is. Let's do it.
101.3 KDWB, along with 2 men and a junk truck, want to help you win $1,000.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on KDWB.com.
Win. That's win.
Enter it now at KDWB.com. Okay, the keyword win, W-I-N. Go enter that so you can win $1,000. Go to KDWB.com. A little box will pop up. Enter that keyword. In the next 10 minutes, you can win $1,000. Good luck.
He said, are you serious? I try, but I can't figure out. I've been next to you all night and still don't know what you're about. You keep talking, but not much coming out your mouth. Can't you tell that I want you? I say, yeah. I would want myself. Let me please believe me. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That want it well. I see you eyeing me down, but you'll never know much past my name or how I'm running this room around in it. I'm still half your age. Yeah, you looking at me like I'm some sweet escape. Obvious that you want me, but I said I would want myself. Let me please believe me. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. I want it well. He said, I'm just curious. Is this for real or just an act? Can't tell if you love or hate me. Never met someone like that. Got me so crazy. Did you know you got that effect? I said, let me check. Yeah. I would want myself. Let me please believe me. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. I want it
We are not done with Taylor Swift. Oh, my God. I found myself looking at a ranking of the top. Every Taylor Swift song ranked in order from best to worst.
Did you know any of them?
Oh, I knew a lot
Well, I know
of
you
them.
know a lot, but
I knew a lot of them, and it was like every single one ranked from best to worst. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Then you'd read the description. And I'm like, I got to go to work. I was sitting there this morning at the kitchen counter reading all these going, I don't have time for this one. She is still everywhere. And if you want to go see Taylor Swift at her last show on the U.S. tour, November, Indianapolis, we're going to send you there. This is the same way the Paris trip worked. You go online to KDWB.com, enter your name to become a preferred fan. Thursday this week, 7:20 in the mornings, 8:20, 9:20, we'll call a name. If that's your name that you entered, then you call us back within 10 minutes and 13 seconds. Pow! You're magically in the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And you also win a free, what do you win when you win? Did you win anything for free?
You get one of Taylor Swift's albums on vinyl.
Oh, you do? Okay,
so
good.
that's super cool. And even if you don't have a record player, it's just like a collector's item, honestly. I don't think you even need to play it. I have a bunch of records, and I don't even have a functioning record player.
You don't have a functioning record player, really?
No, I told you this. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace. It worked like the first 2 times I played a record on it, and then it stopped working.
If you buy one at like Target or somewhere, a lot of the time they're not very good.
Yeah. You do have to buy a decent one because otherwise, if you buy a crappy one, it scratches up your record real easily or messes it up.
And there's no volume. It's got a tiny little speaker the size of a 50-cent piece. And anyway, I'm getting off topic. Go sign up to become a Taylor Swift preferred fan. Be here Thursday morning. Don't worry. I'll remind you between now and then. Let's do Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
It's that time again. Dave's Dirt on 101.3 KDWB.
They say that watching sports on TV is great for your mental health. Maybe you watch some of the Wolves game versus the Nuggets on Saturday. They play again tonight. They're in Denver. Or maybe you watch Mystic Dan win the Kentucky Derby.
These three coming down to the wire. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's a photo of the Derby. Oh, it's a photo. Was it Mystic Dan or was it Sierra Leone?
Did you watch the Kentucky Derby?
Was so close. Yes, I did watch it. I went to a party and we all were like standing up, like looking at the TV because you could barely tell which horse had won.
Oh, but yeah, that was the thing. It was like by a nose.
Yep, it literally was. And Mystic Dan, I think, had like 31-1 odds.
Okay.
Was not one of the top horses at all. That
It
won.
really wasn't?
No.
Really? Okay. Because I was kind of watching the odds, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah.
But I know he wasn't expected to win. What else is going on? Kind of funny. Kim Kardashian got booed at Tom Brady's roast over the weekend. Here is Kim.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Well, thank you. I know a lot of people make fun of your height. Speaking of Tom and I dating, I know there were some rumors that we were, and I'd never say if we did or not. I just released the tape.
Who do you think writes her jokes? She doesn't. We know
no,
that.
she got a writer. No, I'm sure.
Of course.
Somebody's writing her jokes, but it's not her. I mean, I think she's smart and funny.
Probably,
but-
I'm sure there's writers for those roasts because half of the
yeah.
people that are on there are just like random celebrities. They're not comedians themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they got to hire somebody for it. Madonna ended her celebration tour with a free concert in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil that smashed attendance records. Now, they were saying it was a world record of 1.6 to 2.5 million people on the beach at Copacabana in Brazil. But then somebody said, nah, the world record is Rod Stewart with a concert in the 90s on the same beach with 4 million people. She is 65, and she almost died a year ago. Remember, she had that bacterial infection, and they put her in a 48-hour coma because she was so sick. So when you see the videos of her not being the fittest and most agile on stage, it's like, okay, she almost died and she's 65. But I've seen some of the videos, and it's just awkward. It's just like, whoa, time to retire.
Yeah.
Friends around Kate Middleton have shared dire updates. Buckingham Palace isn't saying anything because there's so little positive news about her marriage or her cancer treatment. Prince William was asked last week about his wife's health, and he would only say the same vague answer. We're all doing well. Thank you. We're all doing well. And she basically has kind of disappeared since Christmas, and we're just kind of hoping to find out, that she's doing well.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, remember when he was really big on House of Cards and other big movies?
Yep. Until,
well, a 2-part documentary, Kevin Spacey Unmasked, debuts tonight in England. 10 men are interviewed about his sex attack spanning 5 decades. One man revealed that Kevin Spacey invited him to a home screening of Saving Private Ryan. During the opening sequence, Spacey allegedly unzipped and did some action of his own during that 24-minute scene. What just a gross, disgusting person.
Yep.
You got to wonder. I wonder sometimes, what are days like for Kevin Spacey and Matt Lauer, who were at the top of the world and were shamed into basically oblivion? And you could say, I don't care what their life is like. And it's like, yeah, I don't care, but I'm curious. Do they get up and say, yeah, they're still talking about me? Or do they get up and they try to work it back into a film or back into TV?
I don't think.
What do you do?
I mean, I don't think either of them have those options. I don't think they're going to get back into film or TVs, but I hope, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they get up and do something with their day and have remorse about their actions.
No, I'm sure. The Jonas Brothers rescheduled 4 concert dates in Mexico because Nick was sick. Like any human calling in sick, he emphasized his raspy voice, justifying the need to postpone the shows. So in other words, when you call in sick, you don't go, hi, hey, yeah, it's me. I've come down with a nasty strain of influenza A. You go, hi, yeah, it's me. I don't feel so good. So, because you can't call in sick with a normal sounding voice.
Well, yeah.
The best is when you really are sick and you don't have to fake it, because then you call in and you go, "Oh God," you know what I mean? You don't have to fake it.
Well, I know. I was going to say I think there was one time a year ago I was like on my deathbed, and I think you were like concerned that I was just like overwhelmed or something. But then I showed up and you're like, "God, go away! Like you are too sick."
Yeah. Dripping snot everywhere, just nasty.
Yeah, I was going to say, did anybody verify that he actually was sick other than just hearing his voice?
I don't know.
Because you could have a very good fake sick voice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, he's a performer as well.
Right.
I don't know if you saw this video. It kind of went viral the last couple of days. It was on a boat crashing through the waves off Miami Beach, and they were emptying trash cans of garbage. Did you see this?
It was just like people like partying on a boat, right? It wasn't like it wasn't a business or like a fishing boat. It was like people, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a boat crashing through the waves, and they were emptying garbage cans into the ocean, and then they showed the garbage floating on the ocean. Well, guess what? They found them. It's a bunch of kids, a bunch of darn college kids.
Mm-hmm.
They face felony pollution charges with fines up to $50,000 and 5 years in prison.
Felony?
Felony, yeah. Here's what's going to happen. Here's my prediction. Mama is the one who paid for the boat for these spoiled little S's. And Mama's going to hire a great attorney that'll get him off with a little bit of like a public, they're going to pick up trash on the roadside, or they've got to, whatever. And they're not going to serve any time. They'll probably be, Mama's going to pay the fine anyway. It's not going to be these kids. They don't have any money.
That's cool. So, the irony, and they have to go pick up trash.
That's probably what's going to be.
Seriously.
Today is National Nurses Day, a day to thank all the hardworking nurses out there. It's also National Teachers Week.
Yep.
So most teachers are in school by now, but shout out nurses. We appreciate what you do. And let's see if there's anything else that's worth your time. You got a minute?
I got a minute, yeah.
Let me
I'm
look
kind of
and
in a
see
rush.
here. Where have you got to be?
Yeah, what do you got to do?
Got to walk my cat.
You have a cat now?
That's a good one.
I have to
like
walk
it.
him.
And no, that is going to be pretty. There's one other story that I'm a little bit excited about. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was one of the best shows of the turn of the century with Regis Philbin. Everybody watched that show, and it's coming back. It never really went all the way away, but Jimmy Kimmel is returning to host the show. It'll come back on July 10th. We don't know what network it's going to be. I did finish Baby Reindeer over the weekend.
Yeah.
Baby Reindeer was good all the way through. The ending was it was okay. But you know what? The great thing about Baby Reindeer, the ending is not what the show is all about. It's the journey there. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, the woman who plays, what is her name? Martha.
Yeah.
Is so good. Oh my God, she's so believable. And then the guy who he plays himself basically.
Yeah, because it's based on what happened in his real life.
And and he's the guy that actually happened to. And then I started watching Unfrosted, the one about Pop-Tarts and the Post versus Kellogg's battle. And it's just so funny because it takes place back in the 60s, and it's full of just little funny inside little jokes, and it's just over the top stupid.
The shift in things that you watched over the weekend, you went from this dark, stalkery type thing to a parody Kellogg's versus what? Like, what do we?
I needed a break, seriously.
I'm not watching Baby Reindeer. That's not my vibe.
No.
But the Unfrosted sounds interesting to me. What can you watch that on? Do you know? If it's on Netflix? Or?
It's on Netflix,
Okay.
yeah. It's a Netflix original, yeah.
Okay.
And it's really good. I mean, I'm not a super big comedy person. I like comedies, but a lot of them I just don't find very funny.
Mhm.
And this one is just like silly funny.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to explain. Unfrosted, check it out. We'll be back in a minute on KDWB on the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. We are still going to want to reunite you with your mom for Mother's Day. If you want to do that, then send an email with you and your mom's picture. Tell us where your mom lives. She's got to live out of state, and you've not seen each other for at least a year. Send that in. We'll fly your mom in on Thursday night. We'll get you reunited here on the radio station on Friday, about 7:30 in the morning. Mom is yours for the weekend to do whatever you want, and then we'll fly Mom back home on Monday. If you have any questions about that, send me a text at KDWB1 or just send that email to ryanshow at kdwb.com.
There's a singles club here in town that is changing the dating game. I'm here with Mark Owen, founder of Events and Adventures. Mark, what can you tell us about Events and Adventures?
Events and Adventures is an activities club designed to make meeting people more fun. It's not a dating app or dating service. It's a way to get out of the house, try new things, and meet other singles naturally.
You mean I can finally stop the endless swiping?
Yeah, that's right. No more swiping, no more weird first dates, no more trying to come up with plans to go out at the last second. We have over 30 pre-planned local events every month. Things like wine tastings, volleyball, or skydiving. There's always something fun to do.
I hear you guys even have world travel throughout the year?
Yeah, we've organized trips all over the world. Everything from Machu Picchu, Europe, Australia. We even drove through downtown Tokyo on Super Mario Brother carts.
What? That is so cool. Where can I find more information about Events and Adventures?
Just check us out at eventsandadventures.com. That's eventsandadventures.com. Or give us a call at 1-800-386-0866, and we'll give you everything you need to start living a life you love.
Thanks for joining us, Mark.
Music's biggest names have curated playlists just for you on the free iHeart app. Music hand-selected by artists like Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Teddy Swims, and more. Just open the app, search Curated By, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
My daughter Natalie was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma.
We thought we were losing our daughter, and then when we came to St. Jude, everything changed.
We just did the best treatment for Natalie.
It's the donors who have already taken on that burden on their backs and said, all right, we've got this.
Hope changes everything. It's what's kept us going.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by texting SHIRT to 785-833.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Not all memory care facilities are the same. At the Wellshire, your loved one will live with pride and dignity. Wellshire features a full-time staff that doesn't rely on temporary help. That allows the caregivers to really know the residents. Nursing staff on site 24 hours a day, daily activities 7 days a week, and a kitchen that prepares excellent food. If you're in search of a memory care facility for your family member, visit the Wellshire's open house in Medina on May 22nd from 1 until 6. Visit WellshireMN.com. That's WellshireMN.com.
Does your insurance company want you to settle fast? Pump the brakes, hold the phone, and call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline with your best interest in mind. Don't settle fast for less. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY and tell them Ross sent you.
Visit Shane Company for uniquely designed jewelry crafted with the greatest care. Timeless Mother's Day gifts to remind her of your love. It's Mom's Day to shine. Shane Company. Fine jewelry since 1929.
Hey, Mountain Dew lovers. Holidays doubling up on the dew, so you can too. Right now, when you buy any 2 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew, you don't get just 1 bottle for free. You get 2. You heard right. It's buy 2, get 2 free on Mountain Dew. So now's the